You know, this mode really is loud. But I'm still trying to continue it. I have cleared this mode before, but I thought it would be fun to go through it again, and that's basically what I'm doing, so. Congealed blood garnet. More side stories that I don't pay attention to. I can look at them though. The sandstorm was worse than we'd imagined, so when we came across some half-buried ruins, we decided to take cover. I couldn't get what had happened out of my mind, and found myself staring at Grøh's left arm. If you have something to say, then say it. This is the power of an outsider. I became infected on a mission when I was injured in a fierce battle against one of them. Aswell treated the wound. Likely he is partially to blame for what has become of me. But know this, I will use every tool at my disposal to carry out my duties, be it this power or you. He was a friend. I killed him. There's nothing else to say. His experiments were always too risky, too dangerous, even back when he was one of us. After his betrayal, he formed the Qualifiers. They're a group of fanatics who worship the very ground he walks on. Aswell selects the human guinea pigs for his mad experiments from their numbers. Very long. We waited for the sandstorm to pass in silence. Though I grew more and more impatient with each wasted moment, Grøh sat motionless, his face betraying no emotion. There is nothing compared to the blizzards in my homeland. Even the fearsome Grøh had a place he called home. The thought made him seem somehow less threatening and more human. I tried to engage Grøh in some small talk, but he just replied with grunts. It seemed that the sandstorm had finally died down. Let's go. There's a city not far from here. We will speak about the astral fissure there. Intermeaning fades. Intermingling. After an arduous journey across the harsh desert, I found myself in the city oasis of Kashgar. I have arranged to meet my subordinates here. Forgive my tardiness, sir. And what have they decided? Sir, the 12 have spoken. Although it is unclear whether or not the subject is an outsider, the majority have voted to allow her to accompany us on our mission. They're treating this as a special case. Understood. Sir, I have one more thing to report. You found Aswell? Or have you located another astral fissure? Neither. The 12 wish for you to investigate a facility in the Kashgar suburbs and destroy it if possible. I have the orders here. So Aswell was here. Dion, Natalie, head to the facility and carry out the mission. Sir. Understood. Dion and Natalie walked off. I asked Grøh what our next move was. He turned to face me. The location of the astral fissure remains unknown, but be ready to leave whenever necessary. When your preparations are complete, meet me here. As I walked around the market enjoying its hustle and bustle, I saw a woman trying to attract the attention of customers. She told me she was a blacksmith and she had a favor to ask. I remember this one. Wandering through the city, I heard a cheerful voice shouting to the crowd. I noticed an energetic woman standing in front of a shop. Yeah, this was the one. I said she reminded me of somebody. Who the hell was it? Behold, Bolt of the Blacksmith's most beautiful blade, forged by a legendary blacksmith. It boasts untold sharpness. Just like, get the hell over here. Despite her best efforts, the passers-by did just that. Pass her by. Nothing today either, The girl caught sight of me. Hey, you. That's a fine weapon you got there. You look capable of handling yourself, too. I need you to do something for me. Here's payment up front. She tossed over a bag of coin, then drew the sword she had been trying to sell and pointed it at me. It's time for a demonstration. Don't worry, I'll go easy on you. Oh my god. She's like, no one's gonna buy this sword, so I might as well wave it around a few times. I actually own 2 swords myself. I have one on the wall and one that's not. I have one that's like an actual samurai sword, a Japanese sword, and one that kind of isn't. One that's kind of maybe European. Chew on that one. Her voice is too deep for her appearance. Thanks, that'll get their attention. Well, everyone, now that you've witnessed the sword in action, why not buy it? I'll even throw in something extra to sweeten the pot. The demonstration seemed to have been a success, and people crowded around her. Some seemed very interested in her other merchandise, too. What an excellent choice. This is our latest axe design. When the swarm of customers eventually dispersed, the blacksmith walked over to me, smiling broadly. You really saved my skin. If you want to show off a weapon, you gotta use it, right? I complimented her on her passion and courage, and her innovative sales techniques, and she grew flustered. No, I'm not really doing this for the thrill of commerce. I need the money. I got something I need to get back. Anyway, who cares about that? The name's Bolta, and I'm the boss here at this smithy I can't read. Well, I mean, I'm the only one who works here, so yeah. Anyway, take this as a token of my thanks. I don't just make weapons, you know, I upgrade them too. That material I just gave you is used to do that. Or do just that. If you need me to upgrade a weapon, you know where to find me. This is some haters gonna hate music. I finished my preparations and went to meet Grøh. He was waiting for me. Good, you're here. The situation has changed. Dion and Natalie should have reached the facility by now, but I have yet to hear word from them. Something likely happened. We're going after them. Let us make haste. Yeah, I know. I get it. Bolta wasn't her usual chipper self. I wondered if there was something I could do to help her as a thank you for all her kindness. I wonder. The bustling streets of Kashgar were dyed by the colors of the setting sun. I opened a familiar door and the ringing of the blacksmith's hammer paused. Welcome. Oh, Sovereign, you're a sight for sore eyes. I'm just finishing up. Let's have a drink. Like, really? Go on. Drink up. I don't really drink, though. Bolta's cheers seemed forced. There was something bothering her, so I asked her what it was. She smiled bitterly. Rats. That's obvious. The Royal Army wants to take another look at the people who make their equipment, so they're holding an exhibition. That sort of position carries a lot of honor, so I'd normally leave at the chance, but the competition's stiff. Another smith called Yashin's been making a real name for himself lately. His work isn't great, but his prices can't be beat. I want to go in the opposite direction. This is a smithy with techniques that have been passed down for generations. The effort I put into the metal makes it something special. But my sources of good iron have dried up. There's not much time until the exhibition, and I was wondering how I'd get my hands on some decent material. I asked if I could lend her a hand, and Bolta smiled sheepishly. I knew you were a woman I could count on. I didn't want to trouble you, but here we are. Thanks for the help. 2 days' travel from the city was a wide salt lake. Much of it had dried up, leaving a flat, white expanse of land. This used to be the bottom of the sea, and high-quality iron sand accumulated here over the centuries. This land belongs to the local lord, but he's given us permission to gather sand here today. Yeah, but you didn't get permission from us, so get out of here. You're Austin's thugs. You never give up? I guess we'll have to convince you the hard way. Man, people in this universe, I tell you what. You walking down the road and you pick a flower. Hey, that's my flower. Wanna bet? Just fight everybody. Happened to lean against a tree. That's my tree. No, it isn't. Don't see your name on it. Battle. She's dressed like Sinbad for a minute. Bastard. That double block though.
No escape. This will hurt. I will not lose.
Wind power. Damn you won't forget this. Watch your backs. This guy's like haters gonna hate. Looks like the old Captain whatever his name is from Peter Pan. Captain Hook, I think. The Ruffians altered one last threat before fleeing the beach. That lot works for us and a local mercenary captain. He's of noble birth, but fortune comes and goes, right? Bolta muttered as she grasped her pick. Something was on her mind, but this was not the time to pry. The smithy dug quickly through the layer of salt, revealing black earth underneath. There we are. Yes, this is the quality I was looking for. I really owe you for this. Bolta gave me a delighted smile. She was like, I'm stealing this iron! Is that sharper than what I'm wielding? It might be, but I don't know. Oh, it already has a thing on it. It's stronger, but it doesn't... The things I put on this one are better. We came across what we were looking for not too far from town. While at first glance it seemed to be an empty hideout, or empty ruin, Grøh informed me that Aswell had built a laboratory inside. However, it appeared we were not the only ones interested in it. The entrance must be hidden around here somewhere. Get searching. I nodded and set out to search the area. Before long, I heard a banging sound from a woman's voice. And a woman's voice. I just don't get it. It's just got to be here somewhere. Like, here? Yeah, it's Seong Mina. Oh, here. You there, what are you doing? Who are you? Can't you see I'm busy? It's not safe here. Leave, now. Thanks for the advice, but I have business here. Ignoring Grøh, she continued to inspect the ruin's wall. How many times must I tell you, fool? Who are you calling fool? The name's Seong Mina. I don't know who you are, but if you're looking for a fight, you've got one. If I lose, I'll leave. Deal? Seong Mina readied her weapon. Grøh shook his head, then looked over at me. How irritating. I shall leave this to you. I only kill outsiders. It's also probably because he's a man and she's a woman. He's like, I'm not fucking fighting her. I'll crush her. You do it. I wonder.
Battle 1. Fight!
Woo! Technically, the outfit I have on is her old outfit. I just have it different colored. I like how her hair gets shorter when you break her armor. When it's like originally much longer than that. Oh man. Annihilated. You lost. Now leave. Oh. Come. You can't just tell me that. You can't order a woman to come.
Surges in your body.
Though we had found the ruins where Dion and Natalie were trapped, a swarm of Malfested would stand between us and our missing companions when we finally managed to get inside. Here, I sense an evil coming from the other side of this wall, and there are signs Dion and Natalie passed through here. We're going in. Was it the sound of him kicking the wall in, or what the fuck? I walked down dimly lit passages, the walls damp and the stone floor wobbling with each step. The place had clearly seen better days. It appears that experiments were performed here. However, I see nothing of import. Is that you, sir? Suddenly, Dion's muffled voice rang out from behind a wall. Dion, are you alright? Yes, sir. Natalie is with me. Be careful, there are still plenty of Malfested roaming around. Intruder detected. Seize them. I turned in surprise to see a horde of Malfested. Master Aswell will want them. These people. Aswell did this to them? They are dangerous. Worry not about us. Flee while you can. Motherfuck. Man, that underboob on my character is ridiculous. When she lifts her arms, it's like, oh god. Damn it, stop it. Too far away. Kick, motherfucker. Our job is done here. Sir, how on earth were you able to defeat so many Malfested? They have been exterminated. That is all you need to know. Now tell me what happened. We found some suspicious documents, but the Malfested ambushed us. Amidst the fighting, we accidentally triggered some sort of trap. A wall dropped down and locked us in here. This room must have served as a prison, because there's no way to open the door from within. Is it just the two of you in there? There's nothing that might help? Yes, it is too dark to see anything clearly, but we found nothing when we searched the room earlier. Grøh paused to think, then turned to face me. There must be a way to open it from the outside. When this place was used as a lab, that room likely served a number of purposes. Whether it functioned as a holding cell or a sealed experiment chamber, they needed to open it eventually. The switch must be nearby. We split up to search. A few minutes later, Grøh pointed to a part of the floor. Looking closer, I noticed the stone slightly different in color from the others. After a quick press, the wall rose to reveal Dion and Natalie. Sir, please forgive us for our failure. We are most grateful for your help. However, I feel you should have left us behind. When you lost contact with us, you must have suspected we had fallen into a trap. It would have been more appropriate to prioritize pursuit of Aswell and call in a rescue party from headquarters to find us. Natalie, you go too far. Sir, your judgment is often clouded when it comes to Aswell, is it not? Our mission is to defeat Aswell. Everything else is secondary. Furthermore, you are a valuable resource. It would have been illogical to leave you behind. Suddenly, the building shook violently and the floor collapsed. Oh my god, the shaking of the text. What the? I like how it just cuts it off right there. When I opened my eyes, I could see a hole in the ceiling. That must have been where we had fallen through. It was quite the drop. How do you feel? You appear to not have sustained any severe injuries, but you were unconscious for some time. Try to refrain from making any sudden movements. I asked if Dion and Natalie were okay. Grøh nodded. Dion and Natalie returned before long. As expected, we were unable to find a way out. The building was old and unusable to begin with, so it is likely all the fighting above weakened it to the point of collapse. It seems the only way out is up. Well then, get climbing. Hey, you still breathing down there? Say something if you are. The voice came from above. It belonged to the girl we had met outside, Seong Mina. We wasted no time in responding. I knew it. I'm going to throw down a rope. You have my gratitude. Thank you. I heard a loud noise and the whole building collapsed. Talk about a shock. The smoke was crazy too. Well, at least you're all safe now. I'll accept any praise you want to throw at me. Why had you not left? What happened to our deal? Were you going to scurry in after we had left? No matter. The building is no more. I know not what you sought, but it is too late to enter now. Have you heard of Soul Edge? You might know it as the Sword of Salvation. I came here looking for it. I have to get my hands on it. I heard a rumor that it was around here, so we searched every corner of that place, but found no trace of this sword. To be blunt, look elsewhere. Of course, if you wish to stay here and dig holes, be my guest. Okay, got it, thanks. Another dead end. Oh well, I guess it's on to the next place. Catch you another time. To think people would name Soul Edge as a Sword of Salvation. But I cannot deny that those rumors exist. I suppose that sword may offer salvation depending on how it is used, of course. Sir, here are the files we found inside. This mentions the evil seed. Yes, sir, it is a study on the circumstances surrounding the occurrence of the evil seed. The research seems extensive. This matches our organization's intelligence as well as trying to awaken the evil seed. The problem is how I can't read. Is how close he is. Oh my god. I think I'm reaching my exhaustion state. I've been at this for a while. Perhaps his interest in the astral fissures is linked to his plan. It is highly likely we need to report back on what we've learned. I'm like waiting for the part where we meet as well. And Grøh kind of like protects me, but I forget how long into the story that actually is. Oh my god.